onorevoli, siamo di nuovo qui su Gothic 1 in un nuovo episodio. Nello scorso ci eravamo lasciati che avevamo trovato tutte le pietre focalizzatrici, però dobbiamo parlare con Saturnas per dire ehi, fai esplodere la barriera ora. Ora puoi fare esplodere il cumulo di metallo?
Can you blast the ore mound now?
We now have all the artifacts we need to fulfill our plan. But the barrier was created by 12 magicians. There are not enough magicians in the circle of water to control the powerful energies and to guide them onto the right course.
What can we do?
I'm aware that you've already done much for our community. We owe you greatly. But in the interest of all the inhabitants of the colony, I need to ask one more favor of you.
Un altro?
One more favor?
Yes, go to the old camp and try to win some of the magicians of the Circle of Fire
Ma se
for our
stanno bene per i
cause.
cazzi loro. quelli.
Magicians of fire? Why should they want to give up their easy life? The destruction of the barrier would rob them of their powerful position.
That is the exact reason why you must accomplish this mission. You know people from all the camps of the colony. Remind the magicians of fire of the old times, when we studied the arts of magic together.
Va bene, cercherò di
All
convincere
right
i maghi
then,
del
I'll try to
fuoco.
convince the magicians of fire, but I can't promise anything. It seems nearly impossible to me.
You must try. If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other... just one...
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed. Here, take this magic rune. Hand it over to Coristo, the High Magician of the Circle of Fire, as a sign of our trust. With this, he can teleport into this room without passing the guards, anytime he wants. I hope that it will convince our former friends of our good intentions.
Ok.
May you return in one piece?
Capitolo 4. Xardas. E giustamente quando inizio a registrare mi arrivano i messaggini su Steam. Speriamo
Greetings.
che magari ha qualcosa di interessante. Assolutamente no. Andiamo a parlare con Caristo, comunque il coso dei minerali.
I better keep up. I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Vediamo cosa di interessante da dirci. E siamo comunque al capitolo 4. Bene. Oh, maghetto? Maghetto?
Hello.
Maghetto?
I want to...
Commercio? Campo nuovo. Aspetta, le rune che ha. Blocco, luce, guarigione. Ha un bel po' di incantesimi, Però no. Non mi va ora di imparare magia. Credo che non mi andrà mai di imparare magia, però la cosa importante ora è che dobbiamo far salire destrezza e cominciare a usare le balestre. Importante perché le balestre sono molto forti. Ma ora, riassumendo, l'aiuto dei maghi del fuoco, come ci arrivo ai maghi del fuoco? Teletrasporto ai maghi dell'acqua, a Campopalude, ma nemmeno uno che mi teletrasporti a Campovecchio. Quindi signori, questo qui sulla diga chi è? Lì?
There was a time when I led a very different life. I was one of the best generals of this country. I've spent my whole life fighting for my country. But the nobles didn't like me because the king listened to my advice, and they knew I posed a threat to their dirty business. I hadn't counted on their insidiousness. They used the king's wife to get me. I was blamed for her pointless murder. King Robar had no other choice. The services I had rendered my country saved me from the gallows, but they robbed me of my freedom. One day I'll be free again, then I shall return and take revenge. I shall have my revenge.
Ok.
Hello.
Aspetta.
May I pass through here?
Se lì è qui, lì non è nella sua dimora è piena di pozioni. Mo proprio. Scusate la forma dialettale, comunque in questo esatto momento dobbiamo andare a rubare. Guarda, sono usciti piccoli pixel dalle mie scarpe. Cazzo. Ah, giusto, lui è Lawrence. Lì è il capo dei mercenari. E voi tutti con la L iniziano, porca puttana. Dico sì, però dai. In ogni caso, ci vediamo a Campovecchio. Signori, rieccoci all'entrata e abbiamo ospiti a quanto pare. Fammi salvare. Ancora qui ce lo mettono leggermente di dietro. Salve.
Traitor? To think we let a thing like you join the guards. Blah!
Hey, what are you talking about, Fletcher?
You're in with that new camp scum, aren't you?
Hold on.
I guess you must have thought we wouldn't figure it out, huh?
Ho! Hold your horses.
No, you hold on! Hold on to your head, 'cause you're going to be missing it soon! Die, traitor!
Meglio caricare e riorganizzarci in modo migliore. In questi casi secondo me serve una bella spada lunga. Distruggi, distruggi, distruggi. Distruggi almeno uno. Piccioni di tua madre, almeno uno non è che me l'ha buttato. Forse dobbiamo parlare prima con il mago. Sì, mi sa che dobbiamo parlare prima con il mago. Parliamo prima con il mago che sta là qua vicino, insomma. Con lui. Perché loro magari si aspettano che io vengo dal ponte, però io non vengo dal ponte, effettivamente. Mirtran.
Hello. They are all dead. I couldn't help them. I was not there.
Calm down, Milton. What happened?
They killed the magicians of fire, all of them apart from me, and I was close to death as well.
Chi?
You'd better tell me the whole story from the beginning. One thing after the other.
Okay, keep cool, Milton, keep cool. It all started with the old mine caving in.
The old mine caved in?
Yes, it all happened very fast. Nobody in the mine made it out. The guards blocked the entrance to the mine.
Ho visto, io e Lestri abbiamo conquistato il forte sulla montagna che ha fatto la... io e Lester abbiamo...
Lester and I took out the mountain fort.
He told me about it. Apparently, you can be trusted.
Where have the four of you been meeting so far?
Oh, here and there. We meet in a lot of different places.
Ah, ok. Ho visto Gorno.
I met Gorn.
Really? Where?
By the old ruined monastery by the sea. The two of us searched it for treasures.
I'm sure he'll tell me all about it when we meet again.
Cosa diceva a proposito dei maghi del fuoco? Non so come ha fatto la mia.
How could the mine cave in?
I have no idea. Some of the diggers who were waiting in front of the entrance said something about a massive earthquake and a huge cloud of dust coming from the tunnel.
Were you there?
Yes, that's where I learned about the cave-in.
Cosa diceva a proposito dei maghi del fuoco?
What was that you said about the magicians of fire?
I only know that they were killed by the ore barons shortly after the mine caved in. When I returned from our adventure under the Ring of Stone, the guards at the gate suddenly attacked me. They shouted words like traitor and collaborator at me. I had a very narrow escape.
Dovresti andare a nasconderti lontano da qui. No, aspetta, perché
Why would the ore
parole
barons want to kill the
hanno ucciso i
magicians?
maghi?
It doesn't make sense.
That's right. The guards just didn't give me any opportunity to ask. They drew their swords immediately. Perhaps Diego knows more. He was in the camp when things got worse.
Dovresti andare a nasconderti lontano da qui.
You should hide, far away from here.
No. Diego and I agreed to keep an eye on the 2 gates and to warn our unsuspecting friends from the other camps. Please talk to Diego.
Dove si trova Diego?
Where can I find Diego?
He's hiding on the other side of the old camp, near the back gate. Please talk to him.
Ok.
See you later.
Ah,
Hey, shh, be quiet.
Hello, Diego. I've already talked to Milton on the other side of the camp.
Okay, so you already know what happened. But did you also hear about the planned raid on the free mine?
come sono morti? Ah no, aspetta, come sono morti?
How could the old
Come ha fatto a
mine
crollare
cave
la vecchia
in?
miniera?
One of the diggers who survived it told us that they were digging, and they hit an underground river on the bottom level. When the water gushed into the mine, one of the supports broke, and the entire upper section collapsed. Only a handful of people managed to escape from the mine.
Come sono morti i maghi del fuoco?
Why are the fire mages dead?
That's a long story.
Dimmi tutto.
Just tell me about it. It's not the first long story I've had to listen to.
Well then, luckily I was in the ore baron's house when they got the news that the mine had collapsed. Gomez was hopping mad when he heard about the accident, and he was afraid that his position could be at stake.
Of course. Who controls the ore controls the colony as well.
That's right. Since he has no source of income anymore, the goods from the outside world won't come in anymore either. Nobody will work for him if he doesn't get another source of income soon.
And that's the reason for the raid on the free mine?
To be honest, that's Gomez's only chance to maintain his power. 2 hours ago, 24 guards set out for the free mine.
Ho visto le guardie di fronte ai cancelli chiusi.
I've seen the guards in front of the locked gates.
Stay away from them. They'll attack anybody approaching the camp. They are afraid of somebody avenging the raid on the free mine.
Cos'è successo ai maghi del fuoco?
But what happened to the fire mages?
Coristo and the other mages were the only people in the camp to remain rational. They forbade the raid and demanded a settlement with the 2 other camps.
They forbade Gomez to raid the free mine?
Well, yes. Coristo and the others shouldn't have been so self-confident. Gomez didn't trust them anymore and had them perfidiously assassinated.
E tu, Milter, che farete?
What are you and Milton going to do now?
We'll stay here for a while to warn some more friends so they don't bump straight into the guards. But you could do us a favor.
Vabbè, è una pazzia, devo partire Campo Nuovo.
That's mad. I need to warn the new camp.
Then you must hurry up. They'll have almost reached the free mine.
But they never get through the fortifications of the new camp.
They don't need to get through them. A few months ago, they found a path that leads over the mountains and right to the free mine, and nobody else knows about it.
Considero già fatto, dimmi cosa vuoi per il favore.
Consider it done. Tell me what you want.
Look out for Lester and Gorn. They need to know what happened here. Tell them that the 4 of us will meet at the same place as always.
If I see them before you do, I'll warn them and send them to your meeting point.
Thanks, my friend. You really seem to be an all right guy. Go now. We'll meet again later.
Fine.
Take care.
Hello?
No, fine.
Take care.
I'm glad you returned. Something terrible has happened.
Let me guess, the free mine has been assaulted by the guards from the old camp. Nobody saw them coming?
Hang on. How? But of course. You found out about it in the old camp. Gorn arrived here just before you did. What could have caused Gomez to dare to take such an aggressive step? He should be aware that such a heinous act can only provoke war.
La vecchia miniera è crollata a causa delle infiltrazioni d'acqua. Come si è fatto?
The old mine collapsed after water seeped in.
Collapsed? Of course. Then the whole thing makes sense. Gomez has his back to the wall. He's more dangerous than ever. Now that he doesn't have anything left to lose, he'll do anything.
Gomez ha fatto uccidere tutti.
Gomez has had all of the magicians of fire killed.
Had them killed? Why in Beliar's name would he do a thing like that?
They were against the attack on the free mine and opposed Gomez.
Then we're all doomed. Without the other 6 magicians, we'll never be able to control the concentrated power of the massive ore mound. But in spite of that, I thank you for passing this dangerous message on to me.
Sono stato bandito da Campovecchio perché ti ho aiutato. Quando mi hai inviato dei maghi del fuoco mi hanno detto che c'era qualcuno. Aspetta. Mi hanno bandito da
I have been
Campovecchio.
exiled from the old camp because I have helped you.
You don't belong to the old camp any longer? Then I welcome you to our community.
Questo significa che i mercenari mi prenderanno... Vabbè, non lo so. Quando mi hai inviato i maghi del fuoco mi hanno detto che c'era qualcuno.
When you sent me to the Magicians of Fire, you mentioned there was somebody.
Well, I had hoped we could make it without his help, but the way things are developing...
Who is he?
All right. Many, many years ago.
Give me the shortened version, please.
Be patient. Well, when we, the 12 magicians, created the barrier back then, our magic powers were directed and controlled by a 13th magician.
A 13th magician? I thought there were only 12.
Most people who did not experience the early days of the colony believe that. This 13th magician was our leader. All this took place before we were divided into the circles of fire and water. But he left the old camp, which was once the only camp of the colony.
Come si chiama il 13° mago?
What is this 13th magician called?
His name is Zardas. Hardly anybody remembers the old stories about him. The ones who do just call him the Necromancer.
Ah, bene. Perché ha abbandonato Campovecchio?
Why did he leave the old camp?
He started to investigate the invocation of undead and magical creatures. Gomez was not the only one who began to worry. Most of the other magicians opposed him as well, and his unholy deeds.
What happened then?
Unlike Gomez, he was no butcher, so he avoided the conflict and left.
Ecco. Dove si trova ora?
Where is this magician today?
He lives in seclusion, in his tower, in the middle of the Orc land. That's just about the southernmost point of the colony.
Questo significa che... no, aspetta. Raggiungerò Raxel e gli chiederò di
I'll
aiutare.
make my way to Zardas and ask him for help.
He's the only one that can help us now. If he knows no way out, or doesn't want to help us...
He will.
There is one other problem.
Un problema?
A problem?
Yes, over the years we've tried to get in touch with Zardas several times, but it looks like he prefers to remain undisturbed.
What does that mean?
None of the messengers ever return from his tower. You'll have to find a way to get past his creatures.
Looks like this is going to be interesting.
Come farò a superare le
How will I
sue
get
creature?
past his creatures?
If I knew that, I would tell you. I'd advise you to do some research in our library. Maybe you'll find something in the old books about the strengths and weaknesses of magically invoked creatures.
I'll rummage through the library, and don't worry, I'll be back.
Ok, fine.
May you return in one piece?
Gilda, niente, proprio... Gorno, visto che ci
Hello!
Hai un piano?
What have you got planned now?
Our entire defense strategy will have to be changed. That takes time. Until Lee and his people are ready, I'll join Cord's Provisional Guard.
Are you planning a counterattack?
Not yet, but the day will come. If ever you're looking for me, start here and walk towards the mine. I'll be on guard there. Hello!
Ecco, gli diciamo... ho incontrato Diego e Milton di fronte a Campovecchio.
I met Diego and Milton in front of the old camp.
That's good news.
They want to meet you and Lester. At your usual rendezvous?
Thanks. There's nothing more valuable than good friends in troubled times like these. You're almost one of us by now. You're reliable.
Ok, come vanno le cose?
How's it going?
Everything's quiet. Nothing's moving in the free market. Lee is still busy organizing our defense.
Ok, fine.
See you later.
Quindi a lui l'abbiamo avvisato, ora B. Bandito da Campovecchio. Sono stato bandito da Campovecchio e Satoras mi ha dato il benvenuto a Campo Nuovo. No, col cazzo che vado a Campo Nuovo. L'incontro. Tutti i maghi del fuoco sono morti e la situazione non è più sotto controllo. Dico, mi ha chiesto, vabbè. Sataras il negromante. Ok. Questa è la biblioteca, dove i libri sono già stati tutti presi. Forse devo leggere qui. No, non devo leggere qui. Qui non c'è nada, quindi dovremmo vedere tutti gli iscritti, dato che gli iscritti ce l'abbiamo, fattualmente non li abbiamo visti. L'arte di combattere, vabbè, ritorniamo tutto da prima. Quindi, fatto ciò, abbiamo tutta una serie di nuove missioni, ma prima di tutte queste nuove bellissime missioni, signori, vi rammento che il tempo è tiranno e ci vediamo nel prossimo episodio.